Okay, this video is going to be a bit of an interactive video. I'd like you to pause when you see a compound and try and name it yourself, and then I'll go through the naming of each one. So it might be a quick video, but it can be longer the way that you can do it. So let's have a look at our first one here. So what we're going to look for first is we're going to look for our longest chain, and that longest chain is going to include the double bond that I can see there. So give it a pause, that was your hint, and go for it. I'm hoping that you're back now. So let's count along. So we've got 1, 2, I think this is my longest chain with that double bond at the beginning. Now it doesn't matter if I go up or down. For ease, I'm going to go down. I can see that there's a side group up here. It's a methyl side group. So what we end up with is 3 methyl but 1 ene. Yeah, because we've got a double bond, so it's an ene, and there's a 3 methyl in there as well. Okay, so give this one a pause. Find your longest chain. Make sure your longest chain has your double bond in it. All right, hopefully we're back. So our double chain, our longest chain is going to start with my double bond. It's the most important thing. So I'm going to put the 1 there, the 2 here. Now, if I went 3 up, that'd end my chain, so I'm not going to. I'm going to do 3 across here, and I'm going to do 4 across here for simplicity's sake. There's a methyl group down the bottom, and there's a methyl group up the top. So we always put our methyl groups first. So there's 2, 3, because there's 1 on carbon 2 and there's 1 on carbon 3. Dimethyl. Now, if you can fit these all on one line, that's better, but I can't. So but, because there's 4 carbons in my main chain, 1 ene. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Pause, try and figure it out. Hopefully you figured it out. All right. Starting my longest chain with my triple bond in it this time. I can see that triple bond, it's jumping out at me. So I'm going to put my 1 at the beginning here, 2, 3. I could go up or down, but again, I'm just going to stick nice and straight. It's so much easier. I can see over here, I have a methyl group. So what I've got is off the 3rd carbon is I've got 3 methyl. And I've got but, because again, there's only 1. There's 4 carbons in that main chain. 1 ene, so it means that the triple bond is off the 1st carbon. Okay, getting a little bit trickier. Give it a pause. Hopefully you've paused. This time we're going to look to keep that double bond in as short or as close to the front of my chain as I possibly can. So I reckon it's going to start with the chain that's over here on the left. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. If I go up, my chain is going to end, so I'm going to keep going straight, 4, 5. So I'm looking at a pent, aren't I? Pent, and where is the double bond, sorry, is off the 2nd one, so it's pentene. So that's my bottom line. I also have a methyl group off the 3rd carbon, so it becomes 3 methyl pent 2 ene. Okay, one more. This has got lots of things happening, so pause, give it a go. All right, we're going to go backwards this time. So I'm going to start with the 1 here because I'm looking for my double bond. 2, 3. Now I could go down, but it's much easier if I stay there. So now I'm reading backwards. All right, so we've got but 1 ene. Okay, that's my main chain as we go along here. So main chain, sorry, I remember I mirrored. Main chain goes along like this. Now off the 2nd carbon and off the 3rd carbon, we have 2 methyl groups. So we're going to call it 2, 3 dimethyl but 1 ene. And that is some pretty good practice for naming compounds.